And again, if you don't know me, my name is Lois Kofi. And again, if you're just joining us, thank you for muting and staying on mute until the end. We will open it up for Q&A. If you want to, just go to your video too, that's great. Sometimes that makes it easier for me as the presenter, but stay as focused as you can. I'm Lois Kofi. I've been a salesperson for 20 plus years. I've been in real estate. I've been in health and fitness. I've been in network marketing. And so I like to say that I've been a student of sales, and now I'm actually a teacher. I love teaching people, learning from my mistakes. And that's my goal today, is actually to teach you guys to learn from my mistakes, and hopefully in this new normal, in this COVID-19 world, in this now very, very digital age, because I don't know how many of you are going to in-person networking events. If you are, that's amazing, because I have not now since March 13th, whenever they shut it down here in California, and I don't know when I'll be going to in-person networking events anytime soon. So today we want to talk about the secrets to success to help you sell virtually with excellence and make more money in less time during this new normal. Really quickly, I'm just going to share with you some nuggets, and it's how I found Royalty and Robert and all of that. But first, I thought it'd be powerful to share kind of my story and what I've been a student of, and what can really, really help you better see the value that you will be hopefully finding today, and making a decision if this is a good digital marketing or CRM tool for you or someone you care about. So back in 2006, I had been very successful in real estate. I had hired coaches. I spent thousands and thousands of dollars on coaching, mentorship, marketing. I even at one point bought leads and was spending $1,000 a month on leads. So I knew how to find all the leads in the world. I was used to shaking hands, kissing babies. Life was good. And then I got hit, really God smacked, whatever you want to call it, in 2006 when the world changed. I had my own shelter in place. I became homeless. I lost everything. To keep a really long story short and simple, my car was repossessed the day before my 30th birthday, and the only bill I could afford to pay was my internet bill. My brother thankfully worked for AT&T, so good news, I had a landline because Verizon shut my phone off because apparently they like to get paid every month. And so long story short, I had to figure it out. I had to pivot, and I had to pivot really quickly. So fortunately, through sheer grit, faith, belief, desire in a better life, even with depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts along the way, it was a very, very dark time, I learned how to sell virtually. I learned how to find leads online, and this was pre-Zoom, pre-Facebook, although Facebook was born during that time, but I still didn't use that for lead generation. I created online courses. I created what was the beginning of multiple streams of income. And again, how did I do it? A lot of hard work, a lot of phone calls, a lot of mentors, and a lot of success along the way. So now we know we're heading into a 2, possibly 3-year recession. Talk to your experts, your economists, your financial advisors. That's who I've been talking to. And for surely through the end of 2021, 2022, and who knows what this new normal is going to look like. Everybody's now turning online for their leads. With 30 plus million unemployed, they're starting new businesses. They're starting to work from home. And again, if you're just joining us, thank you so much. Go ahead and mute yourself. As I'm presenting, I'm hearing noise, and I unfortunately can't mute you. So it's time to pivot. It's a time, if you haven't already, most of you are in network marketing, or you have your own business. All of those things are fantastic, but there's something called affiliate marketing. And at the beginning of this year, before COVID, I set an intention, a goal to finally get to 8 to 12 streams of income. I already have 4. If you count my husband's income, we have 4 together, but I was like, you know what? I want to monetize the internet more. And thankfully, I already had 4 streams of income, so I was essentially pandemic proof. But then it sped up my process. I'm like, dude, I need more. So I actually ended up signing up for 4 affiliate programs, one of which is what I'm telling you about today. And that's another way to make money while you sleep. When one income source is down, another one can be up. And it's really cool when your current potential affiliate income source just comes in without you even really trying a whole lot. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, if you already know old school, this is old school, but it still applies to what we're going to talk about today with digital marketing and CRM. I find a lot of people who aren't successful, whether it's network marketing or a home-based business, it's because they don't have a sales process. Most companies don't teach you a sales process. Most companies will say, you know, just be a product of the product, drink our Kool-Aid, sell it to all your friends and family, and post everywhere on social media until you kind of piss everyone off, and they don't want to talk to you anymore. Again, someone's not on mute. So I'm going to see who I have to mute here. If you just joined us, if you can mute, awesome. Okay, great, thank you. So true professionals, and trust me, I've been coached on this with Eric Lofholm. Again, I've paid thousands and thousands of dollars to learn the sales process. And I was always kind of frustrated in network marketing when I couldn't really truly duplicate, because I wasn't being able to really convey my email marketing campaigns, social media posts, because a lot of that takes a ton of time to be able to teach everybody. And as you know, that sales process picture, I'm not training you on that today, but most people know that it takes 5 to 12 contacts to be able to close a lead. Now, there's all sorts of gurus you can hire, and you can spend thousands of dollars like I have to find on how to close faster. But for most people, that's not affordable. It takes a lot of time, energy. Here's an example of one of the things that I've learned, and I know that we have an email marketing guru on this call. You know, being able to have systems and duplication with all of that kind of stuff is necessary. So every time you find a lead, you're like, oh, how do I follow up with this person? What do I say again? How do I create value? Well, we can help you with all of that. Right now, as part of that pivoting process, everyone's going online to find their leads, and we want you to do it in a professional manner. So you have to learn new skills, online skills, to generate those leads. But how are you going to do it? How are you going to build an audience? How are you going to build a following? I know me and Amy, who's on here too, we both have podcasts, but I will tell you, it's very, very time consuming. And I'd encourage you to consider a podcast down the road, but I want to show you more of what we have to offer here today. You can do a lot of things to create an audience. You can start a YouTube channel, you can have a fan page, you can do Zoom webinars, you can have a blog, you can sign up for affiliate programs, you can do LinkedIn, podcasting, you can have landing pages, but it's kind of confusing. Like, how do you know where to start? So first things first is ask yourself, do you have a landing page? If not, how do you create one? And a landing page is something that we'll talk about here in a little bit when I turn it over to Robert. You want to be able to have a landing page to pull people into your funnel, to give value, to likely give something away for free. And I know some of you guys already have this. I just saw Sherry's, it was phenomenal. But not everyone can figure out how to do that. It can be very expensive. Can you afford to hire a social media person? Can you afford to hire a website person right now? Can you afford to hire an SEO person? I'm just double checking who I need to mute right now. All right. Do you have a CRM? When someone says to me, and I coach a lot of people right now, sales training is my number one baby and my number one focus along with my podcast. And I'm actually horrified at how many people, no matter what their profession, don't even know what a CRM is. A client relationship manager, otherwise known as CRM, is not created equal. Most of them, I have a secondary one that's over $300, pushing $400 a month. Most people can't afford that. And if they even can, how are they able to figure out how to use it? You almost need a college degree to run those kind of CRMs. Or do you need to hire a virtual assistant to help you with any and all of that? Can you afford that? Can you do that? So the CRM can help you. We're going to show you today what one that we have is going to look like. What does a CRM do for you? You want to make sure if you do have a CRM, that it can be something where you can put those 8x8 touches in. It can do email marketing. It can do call and appointment reminder setup so you don't lose all your sticky notes or your spiral notebooks and go, oh my God, I don't remember who I'm supposed to call or who I'm supposed to be meeting right now. It's essentially a leads database. A good CRM also gives you landing pages and the ability to have lead capture. And again, if you don't have all of that, you're leaving money on the table. So let me see if I need to share this. Nope, I don't need to share that. So in summary, back in February, I met Robert Meyer, who I'm getting ready to turn it over to you, Robert. I met Robert and he showed me what he's about to share with you guys. And at first I was kind of like, is this too good to be true? Is this legitimate? Okay, I'll sign up, I'll check it out. It basically, he showed me something that could do everything that I just went through. And my sales trainer brain went into overdrive. I'm like, if this works, I'm gonna refer this to every network marketing company I know, every real estate broker I know, every person who's struggling in business right now because they can't afford to hire all those people that I mentioned. They don't know where to start and they're frustrated, they're depressed, and they have a lot of anxiety about the unknowns of their future. And so since March is when I signed up for Royalty, I made my money back right away. Spoiler alert, it's $87 a month, and Robert will tell you more about that, but I got it for free within almost a week. And we'll show you how you can do that too. Plus it has an affiliate program, which is what I brought up earlier. If you don't already have 8 to 12 streams of income, or you didn't feel pandemic proof or recession proof when COVID hit, this could be another one answer that can help you. And if you're in network marketing, I'm telling my whole network marketing teams about this because I finally found something that I can duplicate down deep in depth and say, here's your email marketing campaign. Here are your social media posts. Here's your blog. Here's your website that brands you and isn't a weird URL that you send out that is obviously a network marketing company and people might be turned off by that. There's a whole lot more and then some, but I've already been monetizing it. I wouldn't be here and telling you about it if I didn't believe in it, because I don't put my name to things that I don't trust and believe in. So without further ado, Robert, why don't you dive in and share what Royalty is all about and a summary of everything that I just shared with everyone.
Very good. Thank you so much, Lois. Y'all are very fortunate to have Lois to give you guidance and stuff, and I'm learning from her. Even though we've known each other just a short period of time, I'm learning very quickly from her. And so I will tell you that my background is I worked in the corporate world for years, and so I retired, and when I retired, I wanted to do something. I just didn't want to sit home and do nothing. So I started building an energy business, and I started studying digital marketing. And I found it sort of complex, also expensive. But then someone introduced this program to me about a year ago. And so when they introduced it to me, I actually, after it was introduced to me, I actually started using it to get customers. And after I did that for a while, I then decided I would market it since there is an affiliate program with it. So I'm going to share with you my screen. And so the name of this company is called Royalty. And this is a Canadian company. And it's actually up in Toronto, Canada. And this company, I'll give you the owner's name, is Justin Belababa. A great story about him was when he was in high school, the Washington Post wrote an article about him as being the smartest student in all of Canada. He went to Harvard, he went to Oxford, he got involved with some people and created some software for medical software. He sold that off, took his money, and he rolled it into this platform. And Justin has always had a heart for small business owners. And so he actually designed these programs for the people that are running small businesses. But it's anyone that's trying to get more contacts that will lead to more customers. And so a lot of times as small business owners, this is me included, We're out there hustling every day trying to get a sale for our business. But there is a better way, and it's called marketing, and it's what the big companies do every day. And so while we might do sales, what they're doing is sales and marketing. And so we want sales today, but what we really want is sales tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. And I've heard that there's good news and bad news in this. The bad news is no matter how good you are, no matter what your product is, there's just a small group of people that would like to get involved and buy that product today. But the great news is there's a huge group of people that is interested in your products and services. And so with that, digital marketing has really leveled the playing field. And so we can market like large companies. In 2018, digital marketing surpassed TV in getting customers for companies. And so this is the first all-in-one digital marketing platform, and it's powered by artificial intelligence. And so we can market like large companies. And all these symbols you see are the functionality that's involved. And I'm going to break it down kind of step by step so you know what's inside the program. The first functionality I'm going to talk about is called retargeting ads. And really this has been reserved for the larger companies. And so about 4 months ago, Google, who controls retargeting ads, they gave Royalty an exception. And everyone with a web page or a landing page inside of Royalty can remarket to people who have visited their website. And so you're trying to attract people back to your site. And the way this works is when a prospect clicks on your site, literally Google starts tracking them. And when they leave your site, Google will then, when they go to another site, start showing them your ad again. And the goal is to bring them back to your site. And it's very powerful. If they've clicked on there, they're probably already interested in your product and services, so it's designed to bring them back to you. And so the next one is ad pins. And this is like, we use proximity marketing. A number of people go out and get an account with Facebook. They have ads. They might also go get an account with LinkedIn or Twitter or one of the other social media sites. And so they will start creating ads. This works a little bit different. Here we're attracting people that we don't know. And so what I would say to you is that we fill in the blanks and we drag and drop. And what we do is we create a long headline, a short headline. We create the ad text. We bring in a small picture, a large picture. And because if it goes to some place like Twitter, they don't allow you as much room to create something that's being shown on Twitter as compared to Facebook or maybe LinkedIn. This is a realtor in the Dallas area. He has a house for sale, and he's using this platform. When he gets ready to advertise, he can go in and put a zip code or an address and create an ad pin on the map. This is the area that people will see your ad. Then they can decide what is the radius, how big is that circle. So you can go from a half-mile radius up to 500 miles. So that's 1,000 miles across. So I'm down in Texas, I could actually cover the whole state of Texas. But what we're finding is, as small business owners, we're finding much better results in that 5 miles across up to about 20 miles across. And so what I would say to you is that when we do that, then we turn on advanced ad targeting. If you have a house that's a $500,000 home, you're really not interested in 18-year-olds seeing your ads. And so you might start at 35 and up. If you're selling a product, say like cosmetics, you really are not interested in the male seeing your ad because maybe 80% of your transactions are coming from female. So you can pick the gender. And then you have up to 10 keyword and or phrases. And these are 3-word phrases. And this is what people will go into Google and they will actually type in whatever they're searching for. If it matches one of your keywords and they're in the area that you're advertising and they're the right age group, right gender, then they'll start seeing your ads. So we're ready to broadcast now. And when it's broadcast, it literally goes to thousands and thousands of social media sites. In a sense, if you're on the internet, they know where you're at, they know your age, they know your gender, and they know your interests. And so that's how this works. This is just a fraction of the different sites that people will see your ads. Today, Royalty is buying 100 million ads a month, and then they're reselling them to us at a discount in small packages. So here's a young lady, she sees this ad, she's actually getting married in about 6 months. She's not gonna buy today, but she's interested in a house. And so she clicks on it. So when she clicks on it, it goes to a full colored website inside of the Royalty system. This can be created where it's like a website or landing page. So here you see pictures of the house. He actually creates a video, puts it on there and shows some of the inside of the house and says, look, if you would like to see this home, just give us your name, your email, and your phone, and we'll set up an appointment with you so that I can show you this house. And so David Poole, what they do is they enter that information and it goes into the back office, and that's a CRM database. This is a sales database to follow all of your contacts. And so here we actually take the email address and we search the internet. When you do that, you can bring in pictures, you can bring in like their LinkedIn account, their Facebook account, other social media accounts, and literally you can know a lot about your prospect even before you call them or contact them. So we track calls, emails, texts. We also have sections where you can keep notes on this, and then you can schedule your follow-up. As soon as the person hits the CRM system, the first email goes out. In case of the realtor, it gives him an email, or the person an email, and says, look, here, just click on this link. It will tell you my times that I'm available that I can show you this house. And you select a time that's convenient for you. And so before the realtor even knows they're there, the email's on the way. And then we can have a whole email campaign where we stay in front of those individuals. And our goal is to build a relationship, win trust, and then at some point, win a customer. It's just like the lady that was interested in the house. She's going to buy, but it's probably going to be 6, 7 months out before she actually starts buying a house. And we want to stay in front of them so when they're ready to buy, we're there and we have the opportunity to even connect with them. And now I want to talk about social and content marketing. And this is on the Royalty platform. And this is where you have social media accounts. You might have Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, other accounts. And so this is people that you're already connected to. And so have you ever seen somebody on Facebook that's a realtor and they have a house for sale and they put a picture on Facebook? You click on that picture, it just gets larger. But you can bring that same image into the Royalty platform and actually make it clickable. You can make all of your social posts clickable. So when they click on that, it'll actually open up the website just for your product and or service. And so in addition to this, Royalty provides us social media posts each and every day based on our industry, based on our sub-industry, based on our keywords. And so we have the retargeting ads, we have the ad pins, we have the social media, and this drives people into your websites, your landing pages. From there, it goes into a CRM system. And then we start our follow-up, and it can start immediate for you. And so over a period of time, we're building a relationship, and then we convert those contacts to customers. The real growth and success of any business is, no matter what you're doing, is building a large database of individuals who are interested in your product and services. And by doing that, then we can constantly stay in front of them. So when they're ready to buy, we're going to be at the front of the list. Everything is measured by Google Analytics. And I want to talk a moment about artificial intelligence. Literally, when I first started, this is a year ago, I had to build my own websites. They're pretty easy. I'm not a programmer, but in a few months, I had 43 different websites I created. It's all one price. And you get unlimited websites. So now the way it works is when you first sign up, a website's created for you. Now, for sure, they do not know, they don't know the house you're trying to sell or whatever your product or service is. So you need to personalize it. They don't have your picture, maybe a video that you would like to show. So you have to come in and put it on there. But literally, what they said is we have millions and millions of records. We know what works and what doesn't work. And so we'll start you off right. They give us social posts every day. They give us blogs every day. They give us articles and videos for an email news feed so we can stay in front of our contacts. And so today, and this is maybe what Lois was talking about, there's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of programs that you can use. Literally what Justin, our CEO founder, says is that what we're doing, it's already there. Everything is already there today. And so if you wanted social media, Hootsuite's probably the biggest program out there that you can go pay money to use it. Blogger's the biggest one that does blogs. There's lots of email campaigns. Websites, you can build your own. You can have other people build it for you. There's SEO, retargeting, and analytics. Generally, that's always handled by Google. And there's lots of CRM systems out there. Now, if you just started out and you were doing all of this, plus add some ads to it, some ad pins, the cost would be around $500 a month. Like I'm talking to a restaurant owner. They have 3 restaurants. He's paying over $1,000 a month per restaurants to do social media. I think they're going to convert one of their restaurants to ours so that, and compare. So this is what we call today, this is Royalty, and they call it 3-click marketing. So every day when you come in, they give you your social media post. And it said, would you like to post these? Do you want to post it to Facebook? How about your Facebook business page? Got more than one? How about all 2 or 3 of them? Do you want to post it to your blog? And all you do is just say yes. And then they take that article and or video that is generic about your industry and they post it to your blog. It's connected to your web page. Then they say, would you like to send this to your email followers? The answer is yes, and then it does it. Then, like I said, you get unlimited websites, SEO, retargeting, analytics, CRM system, and you get AI-powered lead generation. And so, to me, this worked out perfect for me because it covered all the bases for things that I was trying to do. But here's the best part. is for $87 a month. And you get 3 AI campaigns. Now, why that's important, I actually am doing 3 different businesses. I have a business for digital marketing. I have a business for electricity. I have a business for private money lending in the real estate area. So I have 3 AI campaigns, unlimited websites, 10,000 marketing emails. I get unlimited social media marketing, SEO. I get file sharing and analytics. I get one retargeting ad for 250 website visitors. And if you see at the bottom, it says if you would like ad pins, it's an additional $50 and you get 10,000 impressions. It could be one ad, or if you want to, you can split the 10,000 into 2 ads and make it 5,000 each. Since I got started, I moved over actually to the highest program, the 327. It's really all the same thing. It's just a lot more. So it just gives me so much more. I actually have 10 ad pins at 5,000 each out there. I put them in the Houston area and the Dallas areas where I'm advertising with ad pins. So this is the first all-in-one digital marketing platform. It's powered by artificial intelligence, and we have excellent support. So what I will tell you is that you can actually go to Royalty and they will walk you through each and every part of the functionality. They will help you get set up. They answer your questions, but they do this a lot by Zoom customer service support, where you're live with an individual going over what you're trying to accomplish. But what I'll say to you is Lois is a very busy woman. But what I'm doing for Lois is she brings people in, I actually meet with them and I walk through them, and you have my name and number and you can call me day or night. Now, if I'm talking to somebody else, I won't answer, but you leave a message and I'll get back to you. And so what we're doing is we're building a team through excellent support for you. Today, you may be a hunter, but tomorrow I want you to become a marketing machine and harvesting from your database of prospects. There's a way to get your program for free, which Lois brought up. You can cover the cost of your platform, or there's substantial income that you can make. So this is the Affiliate Incentive Program. And basically you refer 3 individuals or companies that sign up for $87 each. And from that point on, yours is free each and every month as long as you have 3. And then after that, if you continue to refer on the first and second level, these are people you bring in and people they bring in, they're paying from 20 to 40%, but I'll say it'll average about 30% across the board. And so that's why it's an affiliate. And then from the levels 3 through 8, they pay 5% virtually on everything. I want to give you a couple of examples. This is you. You decide to get in and you can get it free every month. And so what I would say to you, I've been doing this now 7 months that I've actually been out there marketing this. So directly under me, I have 37 people, and my group's about 450. It's almost 450 in my group. And it's an amazing way to advertise, but it's also an amazing way to build an income out there. So Lois, do you want to open it up for questions?
Yeah, I had 2 questions that were from Leanne. She got a partial answer, but I'd love to have you answer. Is there a texting component yet? Have they set up text?
Not yet. That's one of the things that's on the chart. And there's a lot of rules about texting. There's rules on today on like your email campaigns and spamming, and texting is the kind of the same, but they're much tougher rules. And so, but that's something that they do plan to bring on. And the first place they're going to bring it on is they've just announced a team concept. And literally, if you have a business with lots of people under you, that's another network marketing, you can actually bring them under the royalty and pull them all together. And you can put out your videos, your documentation. You can put everything there. You can do like team chats. You can do emails to them. And you can also, they're going to add texting, and that'll be the first place. So you can keep people updated. It's not only for network marketers, but it's like companies that have large groups of, say, like insurance salesmen, real estate agent, any type of industry. And it's going to really, it's all part of the program. And so if they're building royalty, it's a way to keep in touch with your team, but it does not matter what your product or service is. So I think it's going to help a lot of people there.
And Leanne had another question. I gave her my answer, but if you have like I don't know if you track, how much time a day does someone need to spend inside this on a daily basis? As we know, time is money. Granted, they don't have to spend thousands on a website, SEO, social media, hire, all of that stuff, but how much time does someone spend in there?
So let's just talk about when you first get set up. It takes a little bit of time. You're going to create, your website. You're going to personalize it. I actually built a website for a restaurant just to show them how it works. And I spent an hour doing it. But, most of that hour was going out finding pictures like the wine room of their restaurant, things like that I pulled in. And so, but if you want to create like an email campaign, it's putting that together. And so 5 or 6 hours maybe total getting set up. But after that, literally we say while your coffee's making in the morning, you can go in there and do your 3-click marketing. And literally your marketing is done for the day. Now I would say we've got some people out there that post multiple times a day using this. One of the top money earners in royalty is posting 10 times a day. So it's kind of an option, but you can go out and post, like for one business, you can do it in moments in time. You can send it on the blog. You can send an email follow-up. And so it's literally in 15 minutes a day, you can be done.
Awesome. Leanne also had a great question on, and I was actually going to say, if you want to stop your share, or if you want to share your royalty, because I think it's powerful to see the back office and see all the leads or see all the different professions. So while I'm pulling that up, Leanne's question was basically, what are all the industries and businesses covered? Just to give you an idea, we have Legal Shield on here today. We have Melaleuca. We have Nutritionist, Advocare. We have iBoomerang. We have meditation teachers. We have Amari Health. There's an online advertising agency. So go ahead and speak to the different industries.
I'm going to talk about a little bit about the market is wide open. Okay, and the reason I say that is 99% of all small businesses do not have an internet presence. But in today's world, 90% of the people who are getting ready to make a transaction actually go to the internet and do research. And if you don't have an internet presence, they're going to miss you a lot of times. And so that's where the internet presence, this helps you get out there and start building all that. Now, virtually, I have like attorneys, flooring people, realtors, I've got people that are in network marketing, iBoomerang. You know, there's a number of different people that are doing energy that are using this, which is another affiliate program. But there are a lot of the affiliate programs, like a lot of the realtors, a lot of insurance people are using it. It's mortgage is another big area. I got mortgage people that are doing it. So it's almost like, who do you know that needs to have an internet presence? And I would say it's virtually everyone in today's world.
Yep. I'll show you my screen now, guys. And I know we have a couple stay-at-home moms on here who have part-time businesses. Do you have any success stories with that, or can you speak to how this has helped them?
Well, for sure, a number of people, there are people that literally, they don't understand much about the computer. They've really never built anything. And so, literally, we help them learn and to teach them. And what I think, especially as a group here, we can help each other. Like, I've learned a lot of tips. And so as I go through kind of helping you get started, I'm going to give you some great ideas on how to really explode what you're doing in your contacts and doing that. So
yeah, that's what we're creating too. I'm so glad you brought that up, because this is about creating a community. I know Kathy Barrow's on here. She's actually in Royalty, but she has helped me out with Royalty. Granted, nobody here needs to hire a VA, right? But I have been able to refer her to other people as their virtual assistants, you know. So if you have other businesses, we want to be able to be resources for each other and help you win and give you a business building, like the little 12-minute presentation that I did about the, building an online, sales skills, Sales Mountain, all that kind of stuff. We can include some of that. We already have a private WhatsApp group for anybody who's already in, and Robert's in there. I'm going to defer a lot to him because he said, I've got a little bit going on. I only had this call today because of the July promo, and we're having a follow-up call on Friday. You get 3 people who become customers of yours, then it's free every month, and then you start building the income. And if anybody wanted to make $1,000 next month, I can show you how to do that. So anywho, just some food for thought if anybody has questions about that. So this is what my back office looks like. So now most of my posts have already been done today, but what the heck, I'll show you one of these. This is Healify is actually a website that a friend of mine, I'm helping out to put that. He's a mental health guy. So if anybody here, and I know there is, if you're into mental health, nutrition, all of that kind of stuff, it's just, you want to create value on the internet. You don't want to do all these posts. Again, I'm not trying to come down on network marketing, but a lot of times they just tell you to talk about your company, talk about your products. People are sick of it. I scroll right by that stuff because I know I can smell it from a mile away. And to me, that's just not professional sales. And I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. So if I'm going to post this, I could choose whichever platform. Facebook, I'll actually do it to LinkedIn, but you can also see publish to your personal page, or if you have fan pages, business pages. So I'm going to LinkedIn. So I hope it shows up for you guys can see all of this. Sometimes when you go into different screens, pop-ups, they might be gone. So hopefully you guys are seeing.
I think where you're doing the post, it goes behind the deal. They probably cannot see it.
Okay. For sake of time, I'm not going to go into that, but you get the idea. I post that, it shows up, and it literally takes me 2 or 3 minutes to do the post on social, post it on my blog, and email it out to my list of people who have gotten into my funnel. They've landed on my landing page. Right now I have about 5 landing pages for different purposes. If you're on my iBoomerang team, I'll be able to share with you an iBoomerang landing page, but it literally, I call it landing pages for dummies because I didn't want to take a lot of time, and I can create a landing page in 5 to 10 minutes. I have my first podcast page on here. I've got the landing page that a lot of you registered at. 83 people have seen it, 24 people have converted, which is not too shabby. Then you also have the contacts or the leads. I don't want to go too deep in that because I want to protect people, their anonymity, if you will. But I've got over 664 leads with just 72 coming in the last 7 days, not too shabby. So I average about 2 to 6 leads a day. As long as I post once or twice, they come in to my funnel. Again, these are posts I didn't write. They're just posts that I shared. And if you have a landing page, when you create your landing pages on here, you can actually put a lead magnet on there. If you have a PDF or an ebook, or you want to create one, we'll help encourage you and coach you through that. Because if you don't have something of value to give that draws people in, like these posts or your landing page with lead magnets, it's really difficult to get people into your email list. And you don't want to rely on Facebook all the time. You don't want to rely on LinkedIn, because what happens if something weird happens and Facebook gets shut down and LinkedIn gets shut down? Probably won't happen. But the point is, you got to have a list. Your list is your gold mine, and you got to drip on them. And if you don't have a CRM and an email marketing campaign system, I don't know how you can be successful. And I know there's a lot of different MailChimps and Constant Contact. You get what you pay for. And with this one, you can get it for free. We'll help you get it for free. We have the presentation on Friday. A lot of the free versions out there are a waste of time. And trust me, I've used 10 CRMs over the last 15 years, and it's driven me nuts. And I wish I would have had this 10 years ago. And then they have the Teams section where you, again, Robert talked about that, but I think that's enough for the sake of people's time. Does anybody else have any questions? Yeah, they're all good question, Leanne. They aren't 100%, all of them new. I would say 80%. The other 20%, that's the coolest thing. I'm glad you brought that up. There's so much that I could tell you. You can only cover so much in this period of time, but there's a lot of people that see your stuff on Facebook or LinkedIn. And, we've been taught, spend exhaustive hours on Facebook, LinkedIn. If someone likes or comments on your post, then you got to go play the game. You got to message them. You got to use scripts, and you got to, do this, and you got to follow up. But if they're not in your CRM, how are you going to remember to follow up with them? Right? So now I put these posts out there, people that I already know. They're looking at my stuff and they're giving me their contact information. They're getting into my CRM without me even having a conversation, without having to pick up the phone. And I know y'all on here love making phone calls, wink, wink. So for you introverts especially, or if you're a stay-at-home mom and you don't have time to make phone calls, this is a great way to pull in those people that you maybe already know, but for whatever reason, awkward conversations, you don't want to be sitting on Facebook all night chatting with people and then, hey, can I put you in my email list or my CRM? It can be a little intrusive. It can be a little weird. And that's, again, why I believe a lot of people fail in business, is because they rely on Facebook and LinkedIn a little bit too much. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Leanne. So there's a lot of people who have signed up for this because it actually replaced expenses that they already had. And I'm here to tell you, I've spent thousands of dollars on websites and all of these different things. It's a lot of time and money. And this is the simplest way for you to do your business digitally, online, looking professional, and not having to go through the exhaustion of also trial and error of having a CRM and a Hootsuite and, a blog and then learning how to do all that stuff. It's frustrating.
They have another question that says, do they create posts based on our business, any business, create posts for real estate, travel, health? They are creating posts for 200 industries right now. So it covers a lot, virtually everything, but they add to that list every so often.
And you make a good point, Leanne. I'm so sorry. That was the main reason. Sorry about that. They have new things every day. So let me go back to sharing my screen. So let's say I wanted to create a new social media post that wasn't already here. you see where it says search contents. And then Kathy, I know you have a huge story I want to close out with you if there are any other questions. So you see automotive, investment products, so financial planners, business services, Legal Shield, cosmetics, you got your Mary Kay and your pharmacy and your all of those other companies, credit card services, digital marketing, e-commerce, education, financial services, income opportunity. Oh yeah, they have direct sales posts and things that I have used as well. So that tells you who's interested in wanting to talk about your residual income network marketing opportunity. And health and wellness. So for those of you that are in nutrition or in nutritional products network marketing companies, instead of always posting your company's stuff or posting about your products, again, sorry, I'm going to say it, boring, don't do that. You have the ability now to create value without having to be a blogger, having to be a writer, and their travels on there. That's why iBoomerang, I haven't leveraged this a ton for iBoomerang yet because I've got a lot of other projects going on, but the travel stuff is fantastic. Arts and entertainment, software technology, real estate, and then of course you can add your own article. If I scroll down, I hope you can, well, shoot. You can add your own articles, your own videos. Kathy, do you want to share anything since I think, here you go. Kathy and Toluca, I can't unmute you for, there we go.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm a violinist. I live outside of Mexico City. And probably most of you know that musicians were not working right now. But in spite of the fact that we're not supposed to be working right now, I've made probably $800 or $900 playing as a musician online because of the publicity that I've been able to do with this platform. And it's a wonderful, wonderful way to change a little about what you're doing and figure out how to do it. I mean, obviously a violinist isn't used to playing concerts online, so I would make a page, wouldn't do so well, I'd tweak it a little, it would do a little better. Tweak it a little more, it would do a little better. And so it's also a way to experiment and figure out what is the best way for you to figure out what you need to do in the new digital world. And the interesting thing is that I've used CRMs before, and I really honestly didn't think it was this easy. And so about maybe 4 weeks after I started using it, I was like, I'll just check the contact page. I know I have nothing in there, right? And I had like 35 contacts because of the fact that I was posting every day. So it's amazing how it pulls people into the funnel without you having to really work that hard. Highly, highly recommended.
And share, you have one more thing because Leanne asked this. You've posted beautiful quotes and inspirational messages through Royalty. So I don't know if you can share more about that because Leanne was asking.
I do want to say they just announced within 2 weeks they will have quotes and inspirational information for you to start posting, and it's to mix in with, business.
The nice thing
be there in a couple of weeks.
The nice thing about the page is that, for example, you want to post something. Like I do my own digital designs. And so obviously they're not going to have a picture of me in a basic program. So I have to post my own pictures and my own publicity. But once you put it in Royalty, it stays there. So for example, you do a nice digital design, you put it into the system, you just post it from the system. You don't have to go and look for a folder afterwards and say, what am I going to post today? It stays in the system. You just go look for it again and you post it. It takes literally 20 seconds to repost something that you've posted once from Royalty. So it also saves you a lot of time if you're used to posting your own material. You just put your own material into Royalty, takes off 3 or 4 minutes off of each post that you do.
Yeah, I was going to say, Shali asked that about fashion, athletic, or leisure wear. Absolutely, you would be able to post your own stuff, but is there stuff about fashion? I could go take a quick look.
I would say yes, there is in a general way, but for sure she has probably something that unique, and she can create posts around, say a product that she feels is unique. Also, you can bounce out of the web pages into a Shopify for your products or to your regular website if you have, that's where they purchase from you. And so there's ways to use the present website that you have built. And let me say this, Lois, at 7 o'clock I have another presentation on this line, so people will probably start coming on very quickly.
Okay.
And so since you're the host, I'm going to ask you to, close it out